Welcome to Bizfinder podcast. Today I have someone with me who I don't think we have to introduce. Fahad, please go ahead.
Thank you so much for having me at the podcast. My name is Fahad Kaleem, and I run a content creation agency, and I make fun of podcasts.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So I think let's just dive deep into maybe your childhood. What was like growing up in Sharjah for you?
Honestly, I lived half of my life in Sharjah and half of it in Dubai because school was in Dubai. And 49% of that was in traffic because every morning you wake up at 5:30 a.m., which is like way before anyone else was waking up for school when I was going to it. And yeah, I mean, Sharjah is pretty chill. Like, it's more family oriented, I would say. Like, a lot of the people that I know who lived in Sharjah growing up, they don't want to move to Dubai. They want to stay there.
So would you identify more as a Dubai kid or a Sharjah kid?
I would identify as a Sharjah kid.
As a Sharjah
kid.
Like,
my family's still in Sharjah. I've got myself a studio in Dubai only because I want to skip the traffic, but I'm still on the weekends, I'm back in Sharjah.
Okay, makes sense. So what was your favorite thing to do growing up as a kid in Sharjah?
Getting on my BMX, go from Abu Shagara all the way up to Al Tawun and come back. Like cycling,
If you were to choose any other place in the world to grow up besides Sharjah? Georgia?
Yeah.
Why Georgia?
It's just like 3 hours away. It's like going to Abu Dhabi. Weather is always cold. Even in June, you have 20 degrees on the mountains. They have this Indian restaurant nearby, this location that I stay. I have everything that I need.
But what exactly does Georgia intrigue for you?
Nothing. I don't really care about anything else. Like I've always wanted to live in a cooler climate. I mean, I'm used to the heat, but man, it feels good when you wake up and it's just 20 degrees outside.
Fair, but aren't there a lot more choices? I'm not saying Georgia's a bad country, but other choices, you know, people say...
I haven't really traveled around the world as much, like the extent of maybe Pakistan, Oman. I went to Italy for 4 hours. I didn't like it as much.
4 hours is enough for you?
Yeah, no, it's just, long story short, my partner, Majdi, and I, we had our visa for some shoot that we were going to have in Italy. But then that shoot got cancelled. But we still had the visa. And like it would be suspicious that a Pakistani passport has the Italy Schengen visa stamped and they never used it. And he's from Sudan. So it didn't help the case. So we were like, you know what, let's just go and come back. So they know that we can travel.
So you didn't use your Schengen visa besides
that's
the 4 hours that you got in Italy.
Because we were busy with projects here. So we didn't really have the time to travel. But like now that we've gone and come back, I guess that adds to our travel history.
So what does Sharjah then mean to you personally, though, beyond it being a place where you just grew up?
Well, I was a very awkward kid growing up when it comes to, like, especially the place that I lived in, Sharjah, Abu Shagara. If you do a little bit deep research on it, like, it's not the best place to make friends in the neighborhood. So, like, I really didn't associate myself with the people around me in Abu Shagara or anything. I heard a lot of crazy stories about them. But other than, like, it being a place where I practically grew up with my, you know, my childhood is Sharjah. It's just home, bro. It's just home, and it's like this is my comfort place, you know?
I think a lot of us, like, third culture kids can relate, you know, the expat population. But shout out your school one time in the
Dubai Scholars Private School. That's where I was 14 years of my life.
Wow.
2014, I got out of school. And honestly, I think it was the best experience of my life.
And you did university here as well?
I actually dropped out of 2 universities. I was in American University of Sharjah for a year. I got a 1.37 CGPA. They revoked my scholarship. Obviously, we couldn't afford it after that. Was an RIT in Silicon.
Oh, Rochester.
I was doing pretty well there, but then certain decisions that I took, I just decided to drop out.
This is when you started pursuing content work?
Content was something I was just doing as a side hobby in the background over the years. You know, it wasn't really something that I was pursuing. I was more towards sales or operational jobs, like event coordinator or like promoter, part-time jobs in sales, and content was always just something on the side. So I dropped out. I think I was in my second year in my university, and I had this job interview where the guy set the requirement as, if you want to start working with me, you have to drop out.
Wow.
So I used that as a trigger. Like, I was already kind of done with education.
And how did your parents take that, especially Pakistani parents?
It was not a good situation, but I leveraged the financial situation at home. Like, I saw it coming from a mile back. I was like, I don't think you guys are going to be able to pay $35,000 this July.
Yeah.
And I'm personally not seeing the benefit, or I'm not seeing myself achieve my goals through university.
Yeah.
I would rather go and experiment and see if I can fix the situation back like at home.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a robotics engineer, by the way.
Oh, that's
I was
really
doing
cool.
electrical engineering in university.
Okay.
And I'm very big on physics. I hated math, but physics came to me like just naturally. I understood everything,
Right.
and I just made the jump.
Okay. That sounds pretty cool, man. Like
Yeah.
being able to take that jump, especially with
Yeah, but it was
the type
weird.
of parents that we
Yeah.
have ethnicity wise.
Yeah.
But I think before I want to jump more into your adult life, what's one memory in your childhood that shaped you to be who you are today?
This one time, bro, my dad beat me up, real bad. Like he never beats me up, right?
Okay.
My mom's the one who's beating me up. Pretty
Was it
much.
with a belt or?
It was not with a belt. Like I was I don't know how old I was.
Yeah.
I was young
Okay.
because he spun me around and then he threw me, and I still remember I went like an airplane is landing. You know,
Right.
I went like that on the bed,
Yeah.
and like I was like I guess unconscious for part of the beating, but like I was like okay, that's
Yeah.
it's time
So
to
that's
get-
something you remember so well that
Yeah.
it shaped you to be who you are today.
I mean, I think if I have to pinpoint a core memory, there's no one core memory. It's just the way I've dealt with my education, like the way my parents have been so strict with education for me, and it's just small things, you know,
Yeah.
in your upbringing that shape you the way you are.
So I guess let's leap into your current situation in
Yeah.
life, into the content. So you started creating your content after leaving your initial job, right?
I was creating content like 4 years before
Okay.
I even entered the media world. I was posting content on Twitter, on Snapchat. I wasn't really popping off or anything because there was no understanding of the algorithm, but I would make like these small videos and post them out of just passion, I would say.
Was it like funny content?
Funny content, yes. Sarcastic, funny, making fun of stuff, imitation, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I always did that not for a source of income, but because like I enjoy doing that. Yeah.
So when did you realize that, wow, this is actually working? Like I'm actually getting the views, the likes.
Yeah. It was one of my videos on Twitter that blew up organically. Like a bunch of people retweeted it, and then a bunch of more people retweeted it. By the way, Twitter is now X.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah. Elon Musk, man.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Then Instagram meme pages started reaching out to me to reshare my content.
Right.
I got reposted on Puberty back in like 2020. And then I was like, okay, whatever I'm doing is working.
Yeah.
And it feels good. Like this whole, getting thousands of likes and hundreds and thousands of views is like, anyone gets that type of attention, they want more.
Of course.
It's like instinctive.
It's like a drug kind of.
Right?
Yeah.
I wasn't obsessed with I want more views so I can become more famous. I was behind the whole engineering and why it's happening. Like I want to figure out what's causing these videos to go viral.
You're diving deeper into the
I
actual
was
mechanics.
it's cool being famous, but it's even cooler if you can do it for like anyone and everyone, and like if you figure out what's the math or the science behind it. And so I became really obsessed with that for like the after like 4 years of creating content. Like the 5th year was basically that.
So when you first started posting content, like, you know, a lot of us deal with social anxiety.
Yeah.
Did you feel anxious at all?
Bro,
Just went straight into it.
I'm just like, I've always been a class clown, lame jokes since I was like in school, so I really didn't care. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, this was normal for me.
Okay, so you beat social anxiety
Yeah.
literally
Yeah,
as soon as
yeah,
you posted.
Yeah.
A lot of people do post online, you know, especially now. I feel like every kid wants to be a TikToker, YouTuber.
Yeah.
What kept you going? Was it the views? Was it the likes? Or the fame, the success?
No, so the fame or the success came long after I figured out how to make stuff viral. In the beginning, I think, so it's very important to point out that if you were posting content back in 2020, anyone could go viral.
Yeah.
You could post content, like you could post a random video from your gallery and it would potentially get 30,000 views. That's just not the case anymore because of the amount of competition. I guess what kept me going was the obsession of figuring out what makes things go viral.
Right.
And that obsessive trait of mine just pushed me. And till date, I post content not because I know that this will bring me more business or it will bring me more money eventually. But like, it's like breathing for me now.
Right.
Like if I'm breathing, then I might as well be posting content as well.
Yeah.
Like it's become a habit. Like if I haven't posted a video in 2 days, and my brain is just like, what's going on? Like,
You need to
why
post.
am I not posting? You know,
You've wired yourself to just
yeah,
constantly
it's
post.
just like you wake up, you have breakfast, take a shower, whatever, you post content, go to the gym. Like it's like a habit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for any output anymore. Like we
Mm-hmm.
got like I've received as much output as I could have gotten out of it, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
But for me, like even if I don't get anything out of it anymore, I'll keep posting.
Keep posting, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not only just about this being your job. It's almost like a passion.
Yeah, yeah, it has to be, bro. Because like you said, a lot of content creators that are starting out now, they're doing it because they're seeing others do it.
Yeah.
I saw like my inspiration back in the day was Just Rain,
Oh yes, just
right? I was
great content
really
creator.
inspired by what this guy's done. His comedy, I loved it. It was like something I really enjoyed. That motivated me to start posting content.
Yeah.
But I mean, to a certain degree, you would see similarities of Just Rain in my content, but I was not trying to be the next Just Rain. I had to figure out something that would make me set myself apart and create content of my own style. And so I did take inspiration, but I always knew that I have to build something of my
Basically, the next Fahad.
Yeah, basically.
So, when it comes to posting online content, how do you deal with the backlash that people might send you?
Sometimes it's just, people just trying to hate, and there's nothing to hate about. So I'll just pin their comment in my comment section. And then it's like, you've seen those videos where like there's a spider and then they throw like there's ants all over the spider.
Yeah.
And the spider is dangerous, it's venomous, but they pull apart the legs of the spider.
Yes.
So that's what's happening in my comment section. The spider is the hater, and the ants are like just everyone else just commenting and tearing him apart.
But did the hate ever bother you?
Not really. And like unless because I'm very like I'm consciously aware of what I'm posting. Like I know that what I've posted is so neutral. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm not trying to say something that will trigger someone's beliefs. I don't speak religious content. I don't do political content. So if anyone is getting triggered by stuff like, what does air taste like? They have problems.
Yeah,
they need to deal with.
Fair. What about if friends started hating on you? Any friends or anyone in school?
I had this one school friend. He unfollowed me.
Okay.
Back he was in my class, and he's like, I just can't follow you anymore. Your content is so annoying. I was like, sure, you are 1 out of 750,000 on Instagram.
And he gave you no reason.
No, I mean, yeah, he was annoyed because I post every day. Like you can imagine our generation from class, like from school, no one's posting one video every single day.
Yeah.
Right. So it gets annoying, and I understand that. Like,
because you realize it's your job.
Yeah, and I understand their perspective. Like if I was in their place and there's this guy that I know from school and he's posting content every single day, I'd unfollow him too. And I didn't enjoy that type of content.
But I feel like as a friend, it would be almost like a flex for me that I know this guy from school.
Yeah, but like some people are weird.
With this content creation, I guess you started KNINE Unit as well.
Yes.
So what was the idea behind that? Just bringing friends together, or?
When I entered the media space, it had already been like 7 years of me doing a lot of part-time jobs. So there was no stability ever in income for myself. And like now I had dropped out of college. So there was no backup plan either. Because without a degree, you're not going to land a job with a good paying salary, right? And the visa situation is not going to look nice for you either in Dubai if you don't have a degree, unless your family's sponsoring you. But there's also an age limit on that. So I had to really, really quickly figure out with what I had in my hands at that time in my life, which was 2019, what am I going to do next? So you can imagine like someone who's believed for his entire life that he's going to become a robotics engineer now has sudden shift purely to media. So we were selling influencers and we were selling social media management and production back in the day in the company that I worked in. And I was posting content on TikTok, but there was no service of selling TikTok. And I remember I was almost just very close to, I had resigned and I was leaving my media company and I was looking for another opportunity. It had been almost a year. It had been roughly 10 months. And one of my ex-clients who I had brought in, they were no longer working with this company that I was at. Yeah. They were like, why don't you come make TikToks for us? And to me, making TikToks is like creating funny content. Yeah. Because that's what I've done my entire life, or at that point for like 2 years at that point. And I said, sure, let's do it. It was just me at that time. The business was non-existent. I treated it as a part-time gig. I went and I shot content for like 30 days. one video a day, and the 27th video got 7 million views.
Wow.
You can look them up. Casa Milano.
Okay.
That's the client.
Is there a restaurant?
It's a luxury interior designing.
Yeah, I think that's when I first saw
tiles
you
and
as well.
solution company. So major shout out to Azhar. Like he brought me in, he gave me this chance to like create content for him. I didn't even know that I could make like other pages go viral.
Yeah.
And when that happened, it was like an opening to an entire new market. This was still in 2020. I called up my now business partner, Majdi. He was working in another company. I was like, bro, listen, we need to create content in Arabic because now Danny Home wants to work with us.
Okay.
So why don't you just quit your job and let's do this together? And so the rest is history. Like since 2020, we've just been focusing on trying to make content and make people go viral organically.
Yeah. So you've almost established a brand for yourself. Like your own name is a brand at this point, where you can go to different clients and.
Yeah. So K9 Unit kind of happened out of a need from the market. Like I didn't know that there was a need, and I never planned on starting my own agency. My goal in life is not to make like the biggest media agency in the world. That was never. I just wanted to know how things go viral, and I was so obsessed with that, and I figured it out to a certain degree that the market needed that service, and so that's how K9 was born. Yeah. It was just
literally
that.
Meeting demand.
Yeah.
And you being the supplier essentially.
Yeah.
No, that's really good to hear, and like very inspiring for I guess people who also want to start their own agencies. So when it came to launching your business, you had a partner. How is it like dealing with a partner?
They say don't start your business with your friends, and I guess there's good reason for that. You have to be super careful because once you're in business, and if it's one of your closest friends, things can go upside down real quick because now there's like it's no longer one person who's making the decision, it's two people making the decision, and it's very likely that you're going to have a disagreement on something. And so through the years we've had like maybe 1 billion disagreements, both me and my partner. But at the end of the day, our goal is simple. We need to grow the business. So whether I agree with something or he agrees with something, we both have to eventually come down to one solution. Because if we don't, then the entire ship stops moving.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help anyone, right?
Yeah.
And so with time, you kind of build that boundary and you build that respect for each other, and you understand like it's not about like who's going to be right in this situation. It's about what's going to get the job done. And if you can't have that with your business partner, then that business is going to fall apart really, really quick, and it's just not going to work out.
But you just need to know that your end goal is growing the business,
and that's what's kept both me and Majdi alive, and this company has come this far. And if it wasn't like that, it wouldn't have worked out.
Yeah.
You know? And I think two heads are always better than one, bro. So like if Majdi wasn't there to run the whole business side of things and the operations side of things, I might have sold K9 for free before it even started. Because like I burn money really fast. Like I spend left, right, and center without even thinking. But Majdi is the more analytical person and like, okay, why are we spending on this, or why are we doing this? Who questions everything? So that's very important in business. You need to have both sides.
Share with us, if you can, one heated conflict that.
Well, it's hard to measure sometimes how much work you're putting in versus how much work your partner is putting in. And I remember we had this disagreement on who should do this specific task, and that was it. Like I don't know what the solution was. Like you can be pissed off at each other for like a day, but like you're gonna show up to the same workplace and you're doing this thing together. So like you eventually get over it. Like you might have cut my arm off yesterday, but today we're chill.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you deal with shit employees?
Fire them.
Straight off the bat.
Straight up, man. You can't deal with shit employees. If there's an employee that's shit, then that's making your work environment shit, and that's slowing down your entire business.
Yeah.
And that's what shit is. It leaves your body and it makes you better.
Yeah.
As a human, it makes you more human. Like imagine your body's filled up with shit.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, no, that's true. So have you ever done
Yeah,
it?
bro. We've had employees that we've let go of, and we've had employees that have left themselves, and it's been always good. Like it's never been like, the business was about to collapse or it's gonna slow down. Because at the core of the business, both me and my partner know how to do the service.
Right.
So if tomorrow I had to start everything all over, I could do it by myself with my business partner. That's it. So over the years, we've just figured out how to hire the right people.
Yeah.
And put the right tasks on them. You shouldn't overburden your staff either. You shouldn't give them everything to do. Like, you should specialize one person for one thing and another person. In the beginning, a content creator in our company would shoot, edit, and post and talk to the client. Today, a content creator just shoots and creates ideas. Everything else is like split up into 3 different departments. So,
and what type of hiring process do your employees go through?
Content creation department, we hire like once a year, like one employee, because like that's the service that we're selling. So we're very strict on that.
Yeah. But what do you assess for like a content creator?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if this guy is a problem maker or a problem solver. If all you care about is the money when you're coming into this job and you don't care about growing the company and solving problems, that's a red flag. Like, yes, every person who's going to be working needs to know, like, they have a salary expectation. That's great. But if the whole interview is the conversation about the salary expectation, that's a problem.
And what do you look for in a salesman?
I don't hire the salespeople, but like if I was hiring salespeople, again, I would look if they're hungry enough to make money, because we follow a commission structure.
Yeah.
So if they make money, we make money.
And do your salesmen like just do cold calling and then?
It's a mix of everything. Okay. Cold calling, cold outreach, DMing, walk-ins, setting up meetings through networks and so on and so forth.
And how many clients have you acquired that are loyal to you now, and versus how many do you acquire in a year?
I would say we have like 20, or at least 15 super loyal clients. Like, I have one of my clients, Zohaib, realtor on a Harley. He's been with us since 2021. He's like a brother to me, older brother. Tawfiq Raidi, been with us since 2022, almost 3 years now. And Casa Milano has been there from the beginning.
And still with you?
Yes, till date. And we even do their Qatar branch. So we've had like really good retainers over the years with our clients, because they become relationships. Like, it's no longer just a client, it's like a friend. It's like a proper relationship. And then I think we've done more than maybe 600-700 clients, and
overall,
maybe more than 40,000 short form pieces of content.
Okay. And do you focus on a specific industry, or it's
we try to vet our clients, by the way. Like, you can't just make anyone go viral. Like, if you're a real estate broker who became an agent yesterday and closed a deal this month, and now you have some money and you want to start going viral, and you come to me, I'm probably going to tell you to go work with someone else, because there's nothing that you have as knowledge or experience from the real estate market to talk about, other than just you want to sell a house. There are a lot of agents like that in the market.
Yeah.
But then there's agents who have done this for 7 years, 10 years, 15 years. Those are the agents that have true value, knowledge, and experience that they want to share. So unless you're an agent who's starting out and who genuinely cares about content, which is not the case with 99% of the agents, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much of your success would you owe to being based out of UAE? Do you think that's played a role?
I think it's played 100% role in my success. If I was in Pakistan compared to the UAE, I don't think I would have met the same people or been exposed to the same industries the way I was over here. Or maybe I would have, I don't know. But like, I visited Lahore, for example, recently, and I did meet one media agency, but I don't see like them, like business owners over there, pushing for this kind of a service yet. Or maybe they are. I don't know. I'm not well versed. But one thing is for sure in the UAE is, if you want to do something that benefits the economy, no one's going to hold you back.
Yeah.
Because if you're making more money, the economy is growing, and the economy is benefiting from your service, they're only going to make you grow. The rules are simple. There's regulation in place. And starting a business or like doing stuff over here is not complicated.
Yeah.
Everything is like, you can go to the DED center, you can talk to a business setup company, and like things are done fast.
Yep.
This is a fast moving environment, and they push entrepreneurs. They push, like, we were 20, I was 22 or 21. I don't even know, like 22 at that point when I started K9 with my partner. So like, what does a 22 or 23-year-old know about business?
Yeah.
You know, nothing.
So you think Dubai at this point is now on par with global cities? Like, forget Pakistan, but like London, Hong Kong, LA. LA is, a huge content creation place. Do you think Dubai is on par with that now?
If we're speaking strictly about content creation, I think the West is still light years ahead of anywhere else in the world, not just Dubai, when it comes to content creation, because trends in general and like cultural impact has originated from there. Like we speak their language, we dress like them, we listen to music from there.
Yeah.
It's more of it's deeply rooted. It's not just about content. It's everything.
Yeah.
Right. But because of apps like TikTok, and then all other apps copying TikTok with reels and shorts and stuff, it is shifting. Like you do have creators from this side who influence trends. I think when I started this whole Isn't That Concerning thing, it influenced a lot of content creators on the West to jump on that bandwagon. And I saw it. I saw creators from the West starting to post content similar to mine.
That was like your concept.
Yeah,
much.
I mean, I'd not seen anyone do parodies of podcasts. I'm sure people did it, but I'd not seen anyone blow up on scale like that on TikTok in such a small period of time.
Yeah.
So that was just like, all of that was purely off of looking at people like Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, and making fun of them. You know?
Yeah, that content's very funny, honestly. So then, being in Dubai and Sharjah, what do you think made it such a good environment for creators like you? Besides you knowing the market, living here, what could you tell someone who just moves to Dubai?
You can shoot in really nice places outdoors. You got podcast studios left, right, and center. And a lot of content creators have moved to Dubai from around the world as well. So collaborating with like bigger content creators or like meeting other content creators is very simple over here. Like Dubai is a small city and everyone knows everyone. So networking, I would say, for a content creator would be the biggest point, and getting brand deals to get them started. Yeah.
Who's the most famous content creator you've collaborated with here in Dubai?
I collaborated with this one comedian who's from LA, from the US. Cherd Lays, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Cherdleys. So he's the biggest that I've collaborated with. Yeah.
And did your videos with him reach
I mean,
the target you expected?
I mean, yeah, we did like millions, like 1 to 10 million in views, but like I already get those numbers on my own page as well. So the collaboration just helped get his audience to come to my page and my audience to go to his page. Yeah.
So speaking about your views, what's the biggest I made it moment for you?
If I had to talk about biggest I made it for my content, it's tough because I think I'm yet to crack that. I haven't really crossed that threshold yet, but I've done it for people. Like I've done it for other creators.
Maybe you can share an example of that.
Museum of Illusions, Dubai.
Yeah.
This was our client. We did a video for them that got like 66 or something million views, and that landed on Lad Bible.
Yeah.
And like it was all over like meme pages and everywhere. It was a massive trend. It was a massive outreach, and I was like, okay, wow, like what something we did impacted the business.
Yeah.
So I mean, views is not the metric that I would say that I'm looking for when I say I made it. I had this other client who was in Sharjah, known as City Taxi Sharjah. So they're this taxi company of Sharjah. And basically the videos that we were making for them was to help them recruit drivers. Okay. And
internationally?
No, from Sharjah or Dubai or doesn't matter. Yeah. And I'm not mistaken, like prior to our videos, they had like a commission structure. And because of our videos, there was a lot of people reaching out to them. And what happened was they were requesting for a salary, and they introduced a salary structure because of the videos.
Wow.
Because so many people are now messaging and asking the same thing. And for me, that was like, okay.
So they changed their whole compensation structure because
I'm
of
like,
videos.
this is something that I'm proud of because it's helping these people with
attributing it to your success.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what's one failure or mistake, something you learned from when making your content or just generally in life?
You have to be careful with what you put out, especially in a place like Dubai. You can't just create content without reading the fine print, looking at the regulations, and you have to be careful, basically. You can't be like, you have a responsibility when you have a platform like this, or if you have the ability to create content that goes viral, you can't just chat shit.
Yeah.
You have to, like, people are watching you and they're either looking up to you or they're getting entertained by you or learning from you. So think 10 times before what you say or what you post online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit maybe about your faith or family. Do you think that's played a role in your success?
100%, bro. I'm a Muslim, and I think praying 5 times a day is standard. Like without that, I couldn't be where I am. Like giving back to the community as well, like charity. All of these things play a big role. Like you can't grow a company if you don't have people working with you and them benefiting as well. And I've learned that through the last 5 years. Like you can be a one-man show to a certain level and you'll make money, but if you don't have people eating with you at the table, it's going to be like limited to your reach.
Yeah.
And unless you're like Justin Bieber or Kanye West, you're not getting that level of business or return.
So family, faith, friends.
Yeah.
So what's the legacy you want to leave for content creators in the UAE?
I haven't really thought about that one. That's a good question. I guess it's cliche, man. Like I know, like everyone says, like try to be yourself with content, but don't take things too seriously when you're posting them, because all my content is entertainment and making fun of stuff. And if I really overthought these things, I would have never posted it. So I guess encouraging content creators to create something that they enjoy rather than doing stuff that they don't.
Okay. So what's one message then you would want to leave for content creators watching, not just UAE, generally all over the world?
Don't do content creation if you're doing it for money. Do it if you're generally going to enjoy the process, because you will burn out at some point, even if you become successful with content. And it's very important to sustain your content creation process. And that's only possible if you love what you do.
Yeah. And I think that goes for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Has owning this business, K9 Unit, been as easy as you thought it was, especially within Dubai?
So when you talk about regulations, it's very straightforward. You know, stuff like tax or banking procedures and stuff like that. It's very straightforward. You got to deal with the right companies. You work with the right people, and everything's fine. But I think from the outside, it looks very simple. Like you open a company, and that company is going to make money after you invest in it. It's more than that. I guess your business is divided into two parts: your customers and then your team internally. I think both of them are your customers.
Yeah.
How you treat the team internally and how you treat the clients will essentially reflect in the growth of your business.
Yeah.
So I guess for the first part of my business, we were super focused on making sure that the clients are happy. And once we did that and we figured that out, we realized we were neglecting the team side of things. And then we spent, I guess, the later part of this business journey figuring out how to keep the team happy. And that is not easy.
Yeah. And how many employees do you stand at currently?
We're with roughly 12 people right now.
This includes editors?
This includes the shooting department, the operations department, and the sales department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 12 people, including yourself.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big team that you've collected over time.
Yeah.
Previously, you said it was kind of hard for you to set up a business. So what kind of learnings did you have along the way?
A lot.
Like
a lot.
Because for someone, like you said, no, you dropped out. There's so many things that played into this.
So first of all, big shout out to my business partner, Majdi. His father's been a lawyer in Sharjah for the last whatever years, like maybe 20 years. I don't even know. Like he's been in the law industry for a while. So he had a lot of knowledge when it came to these things. And Majdi, I guess, using that knowledge helped him to open up this company with me. And I learned that it's not as easy as just going and opening a company. Like you need to look at things like the activity that you need in your license.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, if you go and you ask for a media license, it's maybe 35,000 dirhams.
Yeah.
But there are different licenses for different activities, and maybe you don't require that license, which is media, because it's general. And apart from that, to be very honest, bro, I've been I wasn't that involved in the whole creation of the company process. I was there whenever the signatures were required. I kind of just signed on stuff.
Yeah.
We even made our company name like at the...
Wow. Like just on spot.
Yeah, on the point when the lady asked us like, okay, what's the name that you're gonna put on the signboard? And we were like, okay, we just randomly came up with 3 names, and KNINE Unit was one of them.
Yeah. So you didn't deal with any of the finance side of things, strictly...
Yeah, I mean,
content.
I knew what was happening.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew how much we were spending, but not really. I was more on the content end always. I was more figuring out how to make the clients go viral.
Last question we can end off with. What energy does UAE offer that's your favorite?
It's like everyone has some sort of goal or vision that they're chasing, and that's why there's so much traffic. And that you see it when you see the traffic, when you see the people, you see it everywhere. So even if you're having like a bad day at work, like you're not as motivated to chase your goals, but you see like people around you getting shit done.
Yeah.
I think Dubai for me is getting shit done.
Yeah.
Like you want to make the world's tallest building, done. You want to fix the traffic in Sakim, done.
Yeah.
You know, and that you're always in that zone when you're in Dubai.
Yeah.
When you go to Georgia, it's time to relax.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When you're back to Dubai, it's time to work.
Time to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Thank you so much for being on the Bizfinder podcast. I hope you enjoyed your time. And
Thank you for having me, man.
Anytime.